Hello, my name is Carolina, and today I'm going to be talking about the Instagram shadow ban. For those of you that don't follow me on social media or on other social media, I'm a pole dancing academic, meaning that I am doing a PhD, which will hopefully be over soon, on online abuse and its moderation, but I'm also a pole dance performer, instructor, and blogger at bloggeronpole.com. So, why am I doing a YouTube video where I'm not dancing? I'm not going to be jumping on my house pole today, mainly because it's Sunday and it's my rest day and I can't be bothered, but also because my friend Travel with Mare, who you should follow, suggested that I should be explaining some of the trickiest aspects of my blog in a different format, and also on a product that wasn't Facebook owned. So I thought that was a brilliant idea, and this is why I'm doing it today. Also because over the weekend, the CEO of Instagram, Adam Mosseri, said that the shadow ban is not a thing. And that's kind of a sneaky answer, so I thought it would be worth breaking it down in a short YouTube video for you.
Shadow banning is not a thing. If someone follows you on Instagram, your photos and videos can show up in their feed if they keep using their feed, and being an explorer is not guaranteed for anyone. Sometimes you'll get lucky, sometimes you won't.
So, what is the shadow ban? That's one of the questions that every journalist that I've done an interview with in the past year has asked me. So it's really worth just explaining it as it is. Shadow ban is a term that Instagram don't use. They've never used it. They've always denied that it was a thing. It doesn't mean that the things that are included within the shadow ban label are not happening. What happened was that last year TechCrunch leaked a new policy by Instagram called the vaguely inappropriate content policy, which is very vague, but essentially it's a form of light censorship where your posts are hidden from the explore page of Instagram. And that generally happens in terms of nudity. If you are posting something that is inappropriate or vaguely inappropriate according to Instagram, that is not inappropriate enough for it to be taken down, but that they don't want to be seen, then that post gets shadow banned, essentially. The shadow ban can happen in two ways. It could be that hashtags are censored and therefore obscured and removed from the explore page. Or it could be that the algorithm automatically picks up nudity in your post, so that post is automatically hidden. So when Adam Mosseri said the shadow ban was not a thing, that I'm saying that it's a sneaky answer because yes, they don't use the term shadow ban, but the shadow ban, so the exclusion of posts from the explore page, the vaguely inappropriate policy, is a thing. And I'm not crazy, I'm not just making it up. I'm not saying that it is a thing because I've woken up like this morning. Actually, over the summer, Instagram publicly apologized to me through my blog and to the pole dancers that had joined in to protest against the censorship of the majority of pole dance hashtags, saying that those hashtags had been censored in error. So there is a way that they use to remove content from the explore page and to hide it from the majority of viewers, or from people actually that don't follow you. And that apology came to me in an email via their advisory firm and was later verified by a variety of news sources, including CTV News Canada. So I'm not making it up, and they did apologize for hiding posts in error. And while it might not be called shadow ban in their books, it's a thing. There is a form of light censorship. And according to a blueprint post that Mark Zuckerberg published, I believe in 2018, they do try to censor and if not remove, at least hide borderline content. And borderline content for them is everything that creates high engagement but that is borderline wrong according to their community guidelines, which by the way say that female nipples are inappropriate but male nipples are fine. So there's definitely there an issue in what they deem inappropriate and what our audiences deem as inappropriate. So why is this a big deal? Why do people care so much about not being found by new followers? Why do people care so much about their posts being kind of hidden? Why do people care so much about not getting enough likes? Well, imagine being a business and your posts are hidden. You don't make money. Imagine being a creator. If your posts are not being seen, you don't reach new audiences, and then your point of being a creator on social media becomes useless. It becomes pointless for you to create this content and put it out there. Imagine being even a sex worker, and sex workers were disproportionately affected by this before pole dancers, and you can't vet your clients online. You can't find your clients online. There's an element of danger, and there's an element of your full livelihood being taken away from you. So this is problematic for a variety of reasons, including the future of the internet, because if just a bunch of private companies in Silicon Valley decide what's inappropriate and what's not, well, that has a terrible impact on freedom of expression, and it's still a private company deciding what goes on the internet and what doesn't, which is why in my campaigning and in my PhD, I'm advocating for using human rights law as a guideline for online moderation, because information that shocks and offends, according to rulings in previous, for instance, European Court of Justice cases, is still allowed to be online, is still allowed to be published. Something shouldn't be published when it threatens someone, when there's an element of hate speech in it, but definitely butts are not covered within hate speech, I would say. So it's quite dangerous for a handful of private companies in Silicon Valley to determine what's allowed to go online or not. And that can, snowball and go wrong really quickly. What if suddenly they decide that extreme content is fine, for instance, but journalism is not? It's just that nudity is an easy target, which is why they're choosing it, I believe. So can you beat the shadow ban? It's very tricky. I'm not an algorithm expert in the sense that I can't tell you how the algorithm works, because I believe the only experts in the algorithm are Instagram themselves, and they refuse to give their users clarity about it, which is a bit surprising, considering if you were to buy a product, definitely that product would come with an information leaflet. Similarly, when you're using a service, it is in the interest of that service for you to use it properly and rightly. But yeah, they refuse to give us clarity about that. They refuse to meet with us when we staged a protest outside Instagram's HQ in January, a protest organized by the brilliant Rebecca Crow, whose account has been deactivated, and that is clearly still down. But how can you beat the shadow ban? Well, some people have said that you should stop using your account completely for, let's say, 3 days and then go back on it, and that way the shadow ban could have been lifted. But if you want to support people that you follow and that you're currently not seeing enough of, well, just stalk them. Like, just go on their profile as much as you can, just like their content, comment on it, save their posts, because apparently that boosts that post being seen from other people. I would also say, if you can, do protest, do share articles that talk about this, do amplify voices of marginalized communities that are being disproportionately affected by this. And I would also say, do share your story if you've been shadow banned. You can follow Everybody Visible on Instagram and look at our website. It's a campaign against Instagram censorship that was supported by Spencer Tunick and Dita Von Teese last autumn. And we try to share as many stories as possible. So please do submit, and we will try to share those stories. So this is it, unfortunately. At the moment, until we get more clarity from platforms, this is literally all we can do. But I will try to make more of these videos to explain in a pop academic way the main issues of the internet that I'm personally facing and that people in my network are facing. It won't be a super frequent thing because my schedule is stupid at the moment and I barely have time to breathe. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please share and maybe send it to people that need a bit of help with the shadow ban. And you can find me all over social media: Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram at Blogger on Paul. Hope this helps.